middle of the Conservative Party leadership contest, it's rather amusing that Michael Gove has resorted to the somewhat juvenile jibe of calling Robert Jenrick a Tory boy, as though it's as though Gove is unaware that in certain Conservative circles, being labelled a Tory boy is practically a badge of honour. The real issue, however, isn't these petty digs, but the palpable sense of tension surrounding the contest, with figures like Gove, who's always been a mover and shaker, but now is moving and shaking the Evening Standard, subtly positioning themselves as kingmakers and influencers, while others like Jenrick are left to navigate their bruised egos. Gove's criticism of Jenrick is too typical of what's going on at the moment. The Jenrick is supposed to be a sort of ideological, a prototype Tory. Given Gove's long-standing reputation as a political shapeshifter, his apparent admiration for Kemi Badenoch, highlighting her courage and willingness to engage in scrappy battles, is telling. Badenoch has indeed positioned herself as the voice of reason on several controversial issues, particularly on immigration and human rights law, where she has gained traction for her tough, often unapologetic stance. Her economic philosophy, criticising the rise of the bureaucratic class and the sluggishness of Western economies, aligns with her broader vision for reinvigorating Britain's growth prospects, which goes beyond the narrow confines of immigration debates. This spat between Gove and Jenrick also highlights a broader issue within the party. While immigration is a crucial concern, there's an acute need for a leader with a wider economic agenda. Badenoch, with her background in tech and her vocal support for entrepreneurship, seems to have captured that necessity. But one must ask, does the electorate, or indeed the broader Conservative Party, care as much about this wider vision if she's never actually going to get the keys to number 10, which she won't? Or will the party remain bogged down in internal squabbles and superficial criticisms like Tory boy? It's a reminder that as Labour seemingly forges ahead with policies that some view as wealth-destroying, the Conservatives will need to present more than just a defensive position on immigration and borders. The question remains whether Badenoch can marshal the right forces within her party to articulate that wider vision, something that Gove and Jenrick, for all their sparring, seem to lack. These are just two boys thumping away, and it's a distraction, not a contribution.